Hello there people, my name's Andrew and welcome to everything you need to know about pre-production. So what are the documents that you need to make a film? Well, firstly you will need stuff like call sheets, scripts, risk assessments and clearances. Also there are things like storyboards and budgets that help you get along with your pre-production. So what is a script? Well, for example, a movie script is a piece of written work that is actually made for film. It can be an original piece of work or a modification. In the script there are the movements, actions and expressions of a character, and usually one page equals 1 minute of film time. Now we move on to budget. Now budget is something where you have a certain set amount of money that you can spend on a film. This can be used for hiring out actors, catering, cameras and even other types of equipment. So now we move on to a storyboard. Now what is a storyboard? A storyboard is a visual aid that makes it much easier for you to share and explain your vision with other people who are taking part in your film. As well, it does clear things up, so when you are actually filming you can see the shots that you want to make the film as good as possible. Also, it's a bit easier to follow a certain amount of filming storyline when you actually have a down to the bone detailed storyline right in front of you because of the storyboard. Now we move on to a call sheet. Now a call sheet is something where, let's say, you have 5 actors and 5 people who are working with cameras and equipment people and everything. So basically they put their contact details down so you can call them when you need to and tell them where they need to be at the specific amount of time in the specific location. And what's so good about a call sheet is it's always like explicit backup. You always know that it's there and you always have the person's contact details if you ever need them more than ever. However, there are some other sides to filmmaking, especially pre-production. We're going to talk about risk assessments. Now, risk assessments are things that you will find just about in every corner of the world because of the fact that with the risk assessment, basically you have to assess risk. So if a stunt guy or an actor is doing a stunt, you have to circulate and look at the risks that they could be in danger to. So let's say someone's jumping out of a car, the danger is they hurt themselves when they jump out of the car. It's all risks that you have to assess to make sure, and you actually have to write them down most of the time to say, well, this is the risk assessment. So if something like that does go wrong, you've got yourself covered. However, this is just one of the things that backs you up all the time, especially as a nice bit of backup, because clearances are very, very important. Clearances, basically you have clearance to go and film somewhere. There is kind of guerrilla filming where you can just film wherever you want without permission, but clearance basically is you ask the certain owner of a certain piece of land if you can film there under their clearance. So basically you have no worries about getting kicked off the place that you're actually filming. The thing is, we make documents like this in filmmaking because of the fact that covering yourself and having something to fall back on is the most reliable thing possible, because if you don't, then you are kind of screwed in every way possible. If someone dies and you haven't done a risk assessment, you could get sued for millions of pounds, depending on who sues you. Especially with call sheets, if you don't have a call sheet, everything, basically it's perfect organising if you have all these pre-production documents. If you don't have a storyboard, you're not going to be able to film, or if you don't have a script, you're not going to have a storyline. So basically it all circles around each other, and if it doesn't work out, because if you don't have the pre-production sheets, then everything will just go to pot and nothing will happen. So basically it's a great way of organising a film. Hey there people, thank you so much for watching this video. My name's Andrew and I will see you later.